everyone. Nature doesn't hurry, yet everything is accomplished. How many of you agree with this statement? Please raise your hand. I will repeat myself. Nature doesn't hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Okay, great. You all might be wondering why I have asked this question. So, we will try to understand it as I will proceed with my talk. So, the topic for my prose is the corporate life of an introvert. And here is the agenda of my presentation. So, I would be talking about the different personality types in which we generally get categorized into, the challenges we face as an introvert in the professional setup, how we can work upon those challenges, and what we expect from people to understand and accept about us. Before proceeding with my talk, I would like to brief you all about the 3 general personality types which we have, which are introvert, extrovert, and ambivert. So an introvert is an individual who prefers to be in less stimulating environment and needs time alone to get recharged. Whereas extroverts are people who tend to be very talkative, sociable, active, and warm. Renowned Swiss psychologist Carl Jung has defined an extrovert as someone who feels energized by social interactions. And then we have our ambiverts. So an ambivert falls in the middle of the introvert-extrovert continuum. They have blend of personality traits from both the other types along with their own unique strength. And just to keep you all updated with some data, Carl Moore, an associate professor at McGill University, Canada, estimates that around 40% of population are extroverts, 40% are introverts, and the remaining 20% are ambiverts who have both the characteristics. So I am an introvert doing an extroverted job at Josh, and I believe I would have a few team members who may not be doing an extroverted job, but introvert for sure. Yes, we are the type who practice an entire script before a 1-minute phone call. We love to overthink, whether it is about all the missed high fives or that one particular time when we said same to you instead of thank you to the waiter who said enjoy your food. Socialization drains our energy, and being at home in our own little world is our way of having fun. However, once we enter into our professional life, the expectations from us increase. Every now and then, I get to hear from some or other person that I need to switch my personality and become an extrovert, or else I will always be left behind. Go out, speak, leave your comfort zone, build your network, etc. becomes our daily dose of gyan that we keep on receiving from our friends, family, or co-workers. The thing that they don't understand is, it's not like the idea of leaving our comfort zone or networking or socializing never crossed our mind. It is just our anxiety that makes it a little difficult for us. In professionalism, people expect us to change immediately. However, progress doesn't occur overnight, isn't it? I have been like this for years. I can't change into somebody else in just a few days, and that too because you believe I won't be able to make it. In fact, if you ask me, I don't think I need to switch my personality or anything to fit in. I am aware of a few individuals who are introvert and still made big in life. To name a few, we have Elon Musk, J.K. Rowling, Emma Watson, Bill Gates, etc. We all have our own pros and cons. So what is actually needed is to understand our strength, work on those qualities, and you're good to go. I need to improve in certain areas. I'm not required to become a brand new individual. Recently, I came across this quote said by Suzanne Kane, an American writer and lecturer. Our culture is biased against quiet and reserved people. But introverts are responsible for some of humanity's greatest achievements. Anyway, like I mentioned earlier, we do have a few shortcomings and we can definitely work upon them and to make the most of our career. So now let's try to figure out what are those and how we can better ourselves. So the first one is public speaking, or I would say speaking in general. No matter in which field you are, be it tech or non-tech, there might come a time when you will have to talk either by giving a presentation in a meeting or representing the company to the stakeholders or just by giving a normal talk. The techies might feel it's not relevant to them, but over time, you will reach to lead or managerial positions and then you will have to. So why not we start from now itself? We all get nervous. That is totally normal. Take your time. Become comfortable with the audience first. If possible, before your talk, try to meet a few of them, a few people among the audience. It tricks our brain to believe that we know them. And then we automatically feel comfortable maintaining eye contact while speaking. Also, be prepared with all the data required for your talk or presentation. But most importantly, do not panic if you mess up. Half of the time, people don't even realize you have messed up somewhere unless or until we mention it to them. You might fail 100 times before being able to give that one perfect presentation, but what matters is that you have tried. And please keep on trying. Practice makes the man perfect. We have heard it. And gradually, you yourself will realize that each time when you are walking up to the stage, your fear and hesitation is vanishing. In fact, I have a personal experience to share here with you all. So I decided to do the hosting for Rails Girls 2023. I was really excited and really confident in myself that yes, I'm gonna rock it. However, the moment I stepped onto the stage, I forgot my entire script. Of course, I panicked. I went blank a few times. Even said a quote wrong, but I kept going. And though I messed up in the beginning, and yes, I was quite disappointed in myself, however, I realized that each time when I went back to the stage and held the mic, I was doing better than before. And that's what motivated me to continue. I could have given up, had that option, could have gone to the organizer and said, nope, I won't be able to do it. Please find somebody else. But I didn't. And see, today again I am here in front of you all, knowing very well this is not easy for me. But I know if I won't try, I will never improve. The second one is networking or building contacts. So, initiating conversation is quite a task for us because we tend to be good listeners. So, 3 things to keep in mind: be yourself, get to know others, and bend as needed. You're not required to go and have a conversation with each and every individual who is present inside a room. But try to speak to at least a few of them. We never know how and when someone may become a help for us. We all use LinkedIn, right? But how many of us even know half of our connections? Only a few, I guess. We can actually start this activity with the office itself. So morning when you reach to office, just a greeting with a smile on your face will do the magic. And then people themselves will feel comfortable approaching you. Then you can take ahead the conversation from there. You might not be able to go beyond even a minute, but slowly you will improve. And then in the future, whenever you will be required to interact with a new person, you will find yourself at ease as you have done it before. And the third one is get out of your head. Overthinking, our hobby. Say what you feel. Any ideas, any suggestions, even if it doesn't sound great in your ears, just say it. No one is going to give you a death sentence just because you have presented an idea to the company. They might not like it, they might laugh, but you never know. They might find it really impressive as well. At least you will not regret it later. And if at all you are not comfortable presenting your thoughts directly to the higher authorities, you can first say to the person whom you trust the most in your circle and gather their feedback. It will help you in getting a more clear picture and you may come up with even better suggestions. Another thing, stop replaying the bad experiences. Most of the time, we restrict ourselves because we have failed earlier. I know it's easier said than done, but it's for our own good. If at all you want to replay something, replay what you have learned from it and please try to move on. It is gonna take time, but eventually you will get there. So these were a few areas where I believe we can work upon for our professional development. However, I would also like to mention what not to do when you know the other person is an introvert. Please stop mentioning to us round the clock that you are so quiet. I'm sure the introverts in the house will relate here. We know we are quiet and we love to be like that. It's not necessary to be a chatterbox all the time. We are all grown-ups, so it shouldn't be that difficult for us to respect each other's boundaries. Do not try to fix us. Introversion is often treated as something to overcome. Please understand, it's a personality trait and not something to get over. We all are different from each other, and that's what makes us unique. And last but not the least, do not hurry us. We like to do things at our own pace. Just because you feel everything should be done now, doesn't mean you should force the other person to become all at once. As I said earlier, improvement takes time, and it differs from person to person. So please learn to give the other person time. It might take us a week or a month, but we will make it. Also, please note this particular point is for the general decision making with which we struggle in our day-to-day life. When it comes to our job responsibilities, I understand we have some ETAs with which we are supposed to adhere to. Yes, I heard someone saying yes. So, yes, I know sometimes introverts like me can be frustrating. Sometimes we are perceived as slow or antisocial. Sometimes we ask too many questions or take too much time to think. But these tendencies are also what makes an introvert valuable. So let's make time to work with each other in a way that makes us all more effective. Now, I would like to end my talk with a quote shared by Suzanne Kane, a blogger by profession. Whether introvert, extrovert, or somewhere in between. The better we can understand one another's personalities, the better we can work together. Thank you.